Welcome back, Cougar fans. My name is Lindley Southern with CUCougars.com, and this is your Cougar Press Pass. The men's volleyball team played 5 games. They traveled to Benedictine University where they fell 3-0. The Cougar offense was led by Tyler Hollebeck and Alexander Ford with 13 and 10 kills. Hollebeck also had 12 digs on the night. Jackson Stella highlighted 3 straight aces as well as adding 4 kills. Elijah Mosher had 30 assists, 5 digs, and 1 block, showing his all-around strength. They then took on Concordia University, Wisconsin, where they fell 3-2. Hollebeck had a strong performance all around, leading the team with 21 kills and also contributing 2 blocks, 2 assists, and 13 digs. Mosher recorded a team-high 49 assists. Ford made 4 blocks. Defensively, Van Gato recorded 18 digs. They then competed in the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point Tri, where they went 1-1. They took the win over Viterbo University 3-0. Marcin Hoffman led the Cougars with 13 kills, while Hollebeck followed with 10. Defensively, Gato and Hoffman registered 8 digs apiece. Mosher totaled 34 assists. They then fell to the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point 3-1. Hollebeck led the team with 19 kills, while Hoffman registered 12, and Tyrese Armstrong tied his career high of 9 kills. Mosher tallied 5 blocks and 43 assists. Both Hollebeck and Gato registered 12 digs, followed closely behind by Mosher with 11. They then traveled to Edgewood College, where they fell 3-1. Tristan Kaminar led the team with 7 kills, while Mosher and Hoffman followed with 6 kills each. Mosher also registered 33 digs. Defensively, Gato recorded 18 digs, while Stella totaled 15. At the net, Ford led the squad with 6 blocks. They then took on Aurora University on Tuesday, where they fell. The men's basketball team took on Concordia University, Wisconsin in the first round of the NAC playoffs. They fell 82-68. Aaron Brown led the way for the Cougars with 16 points and 4 rebounds. Joelle Watts followed behind with 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals. Darian Williams rounded out the double-digit scoring with 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Jacob Collicott added 8 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. This concludes their season. Both track and field teams competed in the NAC Indoor Championships. On the women's side, the team finished in 7th. Eve Shelton broke the school record, the NAC record, and the NAC Indoor Championships record for her first-place performance in the 60-meter hurdles. The 4x400-meter relay team, consisting of Izzy Fairless, Hannah Holmes, Tegan Ose, and Shelton, took 5th. Fairless also placed 7th in the 800-meter. On the men's side, the team also finished in 7th place. The 4x400-meter relay team, consisting of Miguel Sanchez, Vincent Scarnato, Jamel Goins, and Austin Knight, took gold. Sanchez earned bronze in the 400-meter. Knight scored points in the 200-meter dash, registering an indoor PR to finish 5th. Scarnato and Matthew Cardwell rounded out the heptathlon, finishing 7th and 4th, respectively. In the final 3 events, Cardwell placed 5th in the 60-meter hurdles, 8th in the pole vault, and 3rd in the 1,000-meter with a personal best time. Scarnato set 2 PRs, one in the 60-meter hurdles to finish 6th, and in the 1,000-meter to finish 11th. He also finished 15th in the pole vault. In the high jump, Darius Strother secured bronze with a personal best. Also in the field, Brandon Montford placed 6th in the shot put with a personal best mark. All in all, the Cougars had 16 all-conference finishers. This concludes their indoor season. The men's tennis team played 1 game before spring break. They took on the University of Indiana East, where they fell 5-2. Kevin Bolins was the lone Cougar to compete and win in his singles match, winning the second 2 sets. Joshua Gustafson picked up the 2nd point for the Cougars with a forfeit. They will be back in action next week to take on Prairie State College. The softball team played 8 games this week. They traveled to Florida to compete in the Space Coast Spring Games. The first game against Rose Holman resulted in a 4-1 loss. Melissa Hajic led at the plate with 2 hits and an RBI. Monday's second game was an 11-5 win over Mount Mary. Jessica Gang went 4 for 5 with 4 RBIs at the plate, and Alyssa Campos picked up the win in the circle. Day 2 started with a 6-4 loss against Rose Holman, where Jolene Anderson led the Cougars, going 2 for 3. The Cougars bounced back and defeated Houghton University 9-1. Mykyler Morris led the Cougars, going 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs, and Alyssa Lopez picked up the win. On day 3, the Cougars beat Concordia Moorhead 2-0, courtesy of a no-hitter pitched by Ashley Schroll. Callie Turney went a perfect 3 for 3. The second game of the day ended in a 6-2 loss to John Carroll University. Maya Lorenas led the offense, going 3 for 3. The final day started with a 6-0 win over Riviere. Lorenas had another monster game, going 3 for 4, and Emily Garcia followed with 3 RBIs. Lopez picked up another win. Game 2 resulted in a 13-0 loss to Misericordia University. Cougar softball will be back in action on March 18th to take on Wheaton College at home. The baseball team also traveled to Florida, where they played 9 games. In Game 1, the Cougars defeated Grove City 6-5. Michael Kasich led offensively, going 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs, and Jack Carroll picked up the win on the mound. The Cougars then lost to Allegheny College 13-8. Tyler Crater went 4 for 5 at the plate with 3 RBIs, 2 runs, and a 2-run home run. The Cougars bounced back with a 6-3 win over Carthage College. Crater led again, going 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs and 2 home runs. Ryan Ranella picked up the win. The Cougars then fell to Anderson University 15-14. Brandon Mahler went 4 for 6 with 2 RBIs and 3 runs. Next, the Cougars lost to Mount St. Joseph 13-11. Crater and Kasich both went 3 for 5 with 2 runs each. The Cougars then took on Chatham University, falling 9-8. Kasich went 3 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 RBIs. The losing streak was snapped by a 4-2 win over St. Mary's, Minnesota. Tyler Dorsch went 2 for 2 in the game. Dylan Scott tallied the win. The Cougars then defeated Wartburg College 7-3. Kasich went 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs, and Jack Linko picked up the win. The last game for the Cougars resulted in a 5-4 win over St. Scholastica. Xavier Zagerman hit a 2-run double, and Elijah Hickman picked up 4 walks and collected 3 stolen bases. Elliott Higgins picked up the win. Cougar baseball will be back in action on Wednesday at Elmhurst University. Esports lost 3-0 after losing each map in a back-and-forth battle. Coverage for all of our sports can be found at cucougars.com/coverage. My name is Lindley Southern, and this has been your Cougar Press Pass. Roll Cougs!